Today we have two very special guests that you may remember from episode 350. Jessica is an actress, dancer, artist, and songwriter who also has Down syndrome. With her mom, Sara, she has been celebrating Down syndrome and spreading awareness. Today we'll discuss their NFT project, her beautiful song, and all the amazing things that they are doing. Hello, I'm Taj, digitally known as Tropic Vibes, the host of Nifty Business, where we highlight NFTs and explore Web 3.0 as we move from pure speculation to creating real-world value. I am back with Sara and Jessica. Thanks again for coming on the show. And I have to say, out of all the episodes or out of all the content that I've been associated with on Twitter is by far number one. It's being shared and commented a lot. So I want to thank you for coming back.
Thank you so much for having us back. We're excited to be here with you. And I love that. It's scary that ours has been the most popular, but cool too.
As you guys are sharing it, the people that you're meeting in spaces and what have you are sharing it. And I think it has just been a great response based on what we spoke about in the episode of just spreading awareness and what have you. It really looks like you're doing that. And I think that's an awesome thing.
Yeah, this is a really big thing and it's a really big step. It's been amazing to share.
The last time that we spoke was after we had done our Down syndrome awareness sticker campaign in the fall. We had such a great response from that. That's where we sent out stickers to elementary schools and classrooms and some middle schools celebrating Jessica's talent and just exposing people to the talents of individuals with Down syndrome. Jessica wrote a song about having a disability that we had actually hoped to be able to share last year, but there were some delays. Our journey started with Rock Your Socks 321, with Jessica doing the NFTs for World Down Syndrome Day. And as we spent more time in the space, we realized that her song should go along with her new NFT collection. And so people have been able to hear Jessica share the song in spaces as we get ready to release a new collection. She's gotten to know so many people and share her story and create more awareness about Down syndrome and talents of people with it.
I think it's just such a great avenue because even I didn't know the significance of 321 until your project and understanding it was 3 copies of the 21st chromosome, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
That was something I would have never known if it were not for your project. And I'm someone who grew up with basically a family member that had Down syndrome and everything. And I wasn't even aware of that. So that was a great thing that you did this. And of course, with the NFT community wanting to share what they're collecting, it's just an interesting way of everything coming together, not only spreading awareness, but also being fun.
We've had so much of the support in the spaces and getting to know the people in the NFT community as well. And then I cannot wait for this project to go even further.
So last year, what we did, because 3 and 21 are the important things with World Down Syndrome Day, Jessica created 3 different backgrounds and she did 21 pairs of socks on each background. So that was a very small collection, 63. For us, it was big. In NFT terms, that is a very small collection, and we lazy minted that on OpenSea. The money from the first collection ultimately went to the National Down Syndrome Society at the end of the year. Somebody else that has a family member with Down syndrome was working with them to get them to be able to accept crypto through endowment, and that worked out fantastic. And so the proceeds from last year went there. I learned along the way too. Last year, to be honest, we sold them early when ETH was high, and then I did not convert it to fiat soon enough, and then ETH dropped. But I wanted to make sure that they got the same amount that people donated. If somebody purchased something that was worth $90 in March, I wanted to make sure that NDSS got $90. I actually just went back, checked the date of sale and the value of ETH on every single one of those NFTs. And I added our own funds to that to make sure that what people thought was going to get donated got donated. That was hard. This year, we've learned. We've been in the crypto space a little bit longer. And if you earn that money and you specifically need it for something like a sticker project, you have to make sure that you do switch it into fiat and make sure that we can fund those things. Of course, there's risks that some of it could go up and you could have funded more, but we don't want to take the chance of it ever going down, and it will fluctuate. But you know what I mean? What people spend is then what we will be using.
So before we dive into this year's mint, would you like to share a little bit about the sticker project from last October?
We ended up printing 10,700. Almost all of those got shipped out. I think I have 20 here left at the house, but that was self-funded. We got them to students in 22 states. This year, we want to at least double that. We want to get them to all 50 states. So self-funding, a little bit difficult when you're talking about like many thousands of dollars. And we decided that just goes up to it.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that.
It's just amazing where this project is going because, of course, as you said, it was nowhere near the scope of what you're planning to do this year with everything. And even the website, I was just on it and I saw the color scheme and everything that you have is just amazing. I love what you guys have put together. And those two shades of blue, the dark blue and the light blue, are actually the two shades that I use for my personal brand. So when I have my personal logo with my name, that's actually, it's a light blue on that darker blue background. And it just automatically spoke to me as soon as I saw it. Was that your selection, Jessica?
Yeah, I thought those two colors were really good together, and having to have a kind of nicer balance of contrast. Blue is definitely one of my favorite colors.
Just to clarify, the colors that people generally use to celebrate Down syndrome are blue and yellow. It is a fairly bright yellow with a royal blue. But when you're choosing to do NFTs, they can't all just be that. So Jessica worked out a palette. Every color on there is chosen by her. I'm kind of the organizer, but all of the art is hers.
Coming into this year with another edition, I guess you would say, of Rock Your Socks, what would you say is different this time around?
This time around, instead of a small, lazy minted 63-piece collection on OpenSea, we are actually doing a 3,210-piece generative collection that includes an original song for which Jessica wrote the lyrics. The art is still socks, but they're a little bit more grown-up socks that Jessica did this year. Jessica did all of the art for those. Because it is such a large collection, we went that whole route of doing the one-of-ones, and Jessica pulled over some of her bear market NFT art for that. She also did some specific blue and yellow one-of-ones. If you get one of those, there's different utility with our stuff now. The main utility is you get the song and you get the socks that you can rock on World Down Syndrome Day and the rest of the year. But then if you get a bear pair, and we have those front loaded into the first 1,000, you can designate a school in the US to receive stickers this year, because we don't know how many we'll be able to print. It just depends on how much money we make by then. But anybody that has the bear pairs, we will guarantee that, even if it has to come from additional funds outside of the project, we'll guarantee that their school gets to receive stickers for Down Syndrome Awareness Month. And if you get one of the blue and yellows, that's a really cool thing, because then you can have Jessica make a semi-custom set of socks for you. You can pick from her traits and her palette. Jessica chose the entire palette for the collection, and she will do custom socks for you. So you'll actually have 2 NFTs for the price of 1. And then we haven't put this on the website yet, but maybe by the time this airs, if you collect 21 of her NFTs, we know that's going to be very few people that are going to be able to do that. But if you do collect 21 of her NFTs, then she will do an entirely custom set of socks for you.
Awesome. Of course, the significance of the number 21, keeping that theme in there.
Yes, exactly. And the blue and yellows, there are 21 of those, and those are front loaded into the first 2,100. because we want people who are supporting us early to get the benefit of that. And but like Jessica did custom socks for me. I love Wonder Woman. They're those colors. If you have a chance to look at my profile, they're on there. And that's the kind of thing she could, within her capabilities, if you collect 21, you can get something really special.
Yes.
So Jessica, what was that like drawing that many traits this time around as opposed to last year?
It took a lot of time to get those done and to come up with the color schemes for everything, and having different textures within doing that. And I just had fun.
Last time when we spoke, we were speaking about your songwriting and everything. So I'm excited to see that the song is incorporated this time around, because I've had the pleasure of hearing the song, and I must say it is amazing. It's really good.
Thank you so much. The song really means a lot to me because it expresses my disability.
Sarah, what was like that hearing that for the first time?
I was so impressed when I heard the song for the first time. And the first time that it was sung was actually by her music writing partner, Joe Seavey. And so it was in a male voice, but even then it was fantastic. Jessica has been writing songs with Joe since 2021. He is a music teacher through another program for her, and she was a little bit uncomfortable about singing in front of other people. And so she started with him just to take voice lessons. And then she realized it was her lyrics that she wanted to share more than her actual voice in the music setting.
Yeah.
And they just started writing songs. There are many others that we will ultimately have recorded professionally. But when they came out with this song last summer, I was blown away. It was just so good. And I said, this is it. This is where you need to start. Everybody knows that Jessica has Down syndrome, but what a lot of people don't realize is that she has psoriatic arthritis, which is an autoimmune disease. And there are times when it has incapacitated her to the point that she's been in a wheelchair. In summer of 2021, she was in a wheelchair for 6 weeks until we could find new medication and things could go back to normal, basically.
Yeah.
And so the lyrics in that song are not just about Down syndrome. There's lines about that she's now healed and stuff because she did have an experience that she has been healed from, or we'll just say it in remission, I guess, kind of thing. It's controlled right now because she does still deal with it in other ways. But because she's had that variety of experiences, the song speaks to so many different people. It really does. When we're in spaces, I hear the reactions of parents of kids with special needs, a variety of them. They just are really impacted by the song. There are other people on the autism spectrum that are in the spaces and tell us they resonate so much with that song. And so I'm like so proud. And I'm thrilled with the person that ultimately recorded the vocals for us, Sam Seasoned. She's so good.
She's phenomenal.
Yeah, I love it. Jessica and Joe are a great writing team. And then like Sam just bringing it to life.
Yeah, instantly I was like, wow, this sounds like something I could hear on the radio. This is not just someone tinkering, at home or something. Like this was a well done, well structured song and put together. And it was really good. And the theme of it and the story of it, it does have a wide appeal. It doesn't matter if you're male, you're female, young, old, what exactly you're going through. I think just not breaking or I won't break is something that we can all relate to, because at some point in life, we've all come to the point like we feel like we just can't do it anymore. I think that's not just only encouraging, but it's also like it's a challenge too at the same time to prepare for what's to come. And I think that was just an amazing first release.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Sometimes when I get to hear the songs in process and the verses that my daughter writes, they are so powerful. I'm very proud. This is a song that not very many other people could write. This is her. And what I do love is there are other empowerment songs out there, but this one doesn't shy away from the fact that she has a disability. It says it right in there that she has a disability, and it doesn't take away anything from the song. it makes it better. And so I love it. Every time we play it, I love hearing it. I love the reactions of people. And you get that song in your head. Just there's a song that like kind of like sticks with you, and it'll be in my head. And then I'll be like, oh my gosh, this is my daughter's song. There's still that little thing that happens. This is just something that I'm like singing in my head because I like it. And they're like, oh wait, this is Jessica's song.
It's a surreal moment. And just for clarity, so everyone that's getting the NFT is going to get that, or is that select ones you said?
No, that goes out with every single one. The rights are still Jessica and Joe own the song, but everybody will be able to listen to it with their NFT. Absolutely. Yeah,
Awesome.
that goes with every single one.
Can't wait for this to happen and where this is going to go. But as far as the drop itself, would you like to share a little details about like when it's going to be and price and all that?
Yes. By the time this airs, it will be minting. We'll just say that because it's going to be this week. We went back and forth on pricing because ETH has gone up, and we want to make it accessible to as many people as possible, but still keep our ideas about pricing in there. So originally it was going to be a allow list at 0.021, and then everybody else, it would be for public sale, it was going to be 0.0321 ETH. But what we've decided, again, because ETH has gone up from when we originally conceived that idea, we are going to have it for sale to everyone for the entire month of March for 0.021 ETH. And then on April 1st, it will increase to 0.0321. And we're hoping that a whole bunch of people take advantage of that and collect during March. We're hoping that makes it a little bit easier for more people to jump in. People will be able to mint with fiat. We are using the cross mint. So if people want to use their credit or debit cards, they will be able to do that. They don't have to have an OpenSea account ahead of time. They do not need to have their own MetaMask wallet. Of course, if you start with NFTs with us, you're going to want those eventually, but that's not necessary. And it will be a delayed reveal, which means people in the NFT world understand that, but anybody that's new, it means that when you originally mint our NFT, you will have a placeholder there. It will be one that actually kind of rotates through a few of our different designs. And then when we hit 321 mints, that's when everybody's individual NFTs will be revealed. And after that, it will be instant reveal. We'll probably have a live space party at that point, and there may be some fun things that happen when we do that space.
That is pretty cool. So definitely leveling up, and I'm excited for that myself, and I will be there. So definitely tag me when you do have that space and I will be there.
Fantastic.
The funds this year, is it the same organization that it will be going to, or is that going towards a sticker or what?
Very different plans this year. We will have a large portion of it go towards our sticker project. Last year, it was about $6,500 for me to print the stickers and cover the shipping. And so we want to at least double that, if not more. Right now, we have it set so that 30% will go towards the sticker project. It was going to be more, but certain changes in platforms and royalties and the possibilities of that made us change our mind on how the split was going to happen. Jessica is spending a lot of time doing these things, and it is fair for her to be compensated for her art time and the song. And so just like a regular NFT, she will get her percentage, and her partner. Sorry, I'm sitting there trying to think of all the different wallets that have to be involved in something. When it goes from being 63 that you do on your own, that you say, yes, I can just handle this, to a big project, there's been expenses, significant expenses. We have to cover those. I mean, if I don't, but hopefully I will. And so I guess you could just say, other than that 30%, the rest of it will be split like a normal project would be. Everybody that's been involved to get this done. Jessica, her songwriting partner, we're working with Wenmint, and so there's that percentage as well. It's unfortunate with what's happening with the royalty situation, because if we were guaranteed those, things would be done differently. But now you have to make sure that everybody that's going to be compensated will be from the mint proceeds alone because you have no guarantee of royalties anywhere.
Yeah, it's definitely changed the structure of the entire space. And that's definitely has been seen in multiple projects. A lot of people that had a lot of plans that they had to cancel because of not being able to fund it as planned. And I do understand with this one, you guys have done so much more since last time. This isn't just a buy a Lamborghini project. This is something that's spreading awareness. And you have your expenses, of course, music production. I know quite a few people that do music, and there's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of people that are involved in it. And of course, the electric bill and all those things don't pay for themselves. So that's understandable because there is overhead. So how can listeners get involved in this amazing project?
First thing people would need to do or should do is follow Rock Your Socks 321 on Twitter, because we've got all of our drop information there to keep everybody up to date. And we have an open Discord actually as well. You can also look at rockyoursocks321.com, and that will give people information about minting. But by the time you hear this, the mint should be live. If you mint during the month of March, again, you will get it for the lesser price of 0.021 ETH. We're hoping to get as many of these in as many people's hands as possible before March 21st, actually, because that is World Down Syndrome Day. We'd love to see people using Jessica's art as their PFPs, or just even tweeting them out as much as possible on World Down Syndrome Day. That's our goal, is to create awareness. We've got awareness in March, and then we use, like I say, a significant portion of the funds to create more awareness in October. It's a large collection. It might not sell out for a very long time, but the more that we sell now, the more stickers that we know we will be able to provide for people. If we are selling NFTs in October, that will absolutely be wonderful. But then any funds from that will have to be used for stickers for next year. We'd like to get as many into as many people's wallets as possible, just so that we can do that. We want to be able to get those stickers out there to people. And I do want to make it clear, we are not a nonprofit ourselves. Jessica, again, will be having profit from her work. We are a family that just wants to create awareness. And so the sticker campaign isn't something you can donate to. We have been asked that question. Oh, can I donate to your cause? Can I donate to your cause? I'm like, we're not that kind of cause. This is our project. This is basically a family project. Someday we might be big enough. I don't know. We're just as capable of so much. Maybe we could be big enough to become a nonprofit at some point, but we're not there yet. I do want to make that clear. When people are purchasing NFTs, they are just purchasing them from us.
It's awesome. I am 100% on board with everything that you guys are doing. I've seen how both you and Jessica have shown up in the space. You've been encouraging on so many different areas. Now that this is even growing beyond the bears, the socks, you have music involved. And I honestly cannot wait to see where you guys will be next year this time. And I'm sure we'll have many more conversations together. And Jessica, it was absolutely a pleasure to be able to experience your music. And I think anyone listening to this will be blessed and encouraged and just absolutely love it as much as I did.
Thank you very much. I cannot wait to see where is it going from here.
One of the places that it's going, I totally forgot about, is an IRL event. We are on March 20th hosting a singer-songwriter showcase where people will be able to hear Jessica's song sung live by Sam Seasoned. They will even get a sneak peek of a version that we might mint later in the year of Sam. There just might be an acoustic version coming out. We'll just say maybe, strong maybe. And so Joe and Sam will be able to perform that together. But I do want to shout out NFT Alk Radio, Miguel Lopez. He is supporting us on that event, working with us. And Nessie the Rilla and Joe Ryan are two of our performers who are supporting Jessica. There will be attention paid to everybody there, but those two are specifically coming out just because they heard Jessica's song and they want to be a part of all of this. And we love that.
Yeah, we love it.
Jessica's song will also be sung on World Down Syndrome Day at our local celebration in Huntington Beach. So that's going to be excited as well. So maybe next year you'll hear about more Rock Your Socks 3-2-1 singer-songwriter showcases with Jessica's new music. Maybe that's where we'll be going.
Definitely.
Awesome. I cannot wait. Thanks again for coming on, and I appreciate it, and I look forward to much, much more.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
The Nifty Business Arrow is not investment advice. It provides insights and information within the space. As with anything, please do your own research before making a decision whether you're making an investment or a purchase.